Are you ready to rant?
The immigrant lifed me.
We are happy to be here.
Ewo, the number of people's bum I've cleaned.
Almost everybody has a master's.
Did you not hire me because I'm black?
I was only black person. I jumped and started shouting, Jesus!
This is the Nigerian Abroad podcast. Let's get into it.
Hi. Welcome to episode 2 of the Nigerian Abroad podcast, guys. I'm IJ, by the way.
We know now, but I'm Dami.
Okay, so what are we talking about today?
You know how last time, we were talking about how coming abroad can be very interesting and how sometimes you have to do some kinds of jobs that you did not expect. Yeah, so that's what we are going to talk about today. Those kinds of jobs and your experience
in quote, what people call menial
jobs. Yeah.
Why do people do that though? Why do they call it that?
I don't know. I should check dictionary. What does the menial even mean?
Menial, where's your phone?
Is it?
Let's go to class.
Let's go to class. This phone
Menial.
Meaning of work not requiring much skill and lacking prestige. Ouch.
Ewo.
Damn. Let's just put it not requiring much skill part. But really, and I think when they say lacking prestige, I think it's like societal understanding of it. I'm assuming.
To be fair, nobody wants to learn. Now I'm speaking on jobs like care, warehouse jobs, and what else? Store assistant, maybe?
Yes,
okay. Cleaning jobs and things like that. But in all fairness, if you are earning an honest wage from this, if it's an honest way of living, then there should be nothing menial about it. Because let us be frank, if it's about skill, there is a skill to actually sitting there and taking shit from a bunch of old people talking trash to you. That's a skill as far as I'm concerned.
People management skills.
Girl.
People management skills. Put in your CV, I built transferable skills while... Okay.
But okay. So, what was your first job in the UK?
I worked as a... My first job, I worked as a project worker with an agency, with a care agency, but I never really did care, like personal care in the sense of care. Yeah. So I worked more with like homeless. I worked with one homeless organization like that. So I was like doing a lot of admin stuff, A&R, assessment and rehabilitation. I can't remember what it means, but just admin, computer stuff.
Okay. Oh my gosh, I think there are some jobs I did that I'm like, I need to erase that from my memory, but my first actual job in the UK, and I'm saying actual job because I used to be like the student ambassador for my university, but that was during COVID and I didn't really earn much. But my first actual job was, I used to clean apartments. That was the first one. It was really hard to get a job because I came into the UK October 2020. That was the heat of the lockdown. So there was like a lot of things going on and it was really hard to actually get a job. So I cleaned apartments for like 3 months. Then I got this one warehouse gig. I'm calling it a gig because that's the only way I can look at it in the bright side way. But it was really far. It was like 2 hours away, not London 2 hours away, but like Leeds 2 hours away. And then I did one shift and I ran away. And I'm like, maybe I'll have to die in the UK, die of brokenness, but I'm never going back to the warehouse job again. Bro, anybody that's a warehouse worker, I really salute you because that thing is back-breaking, soul-wrenching, gut-sinking, everything. And then I eventually moved to care. And I think I stayed in care for a year and then I moved to where I currently am. But it was a journey that I did not see myself doing. I mean, I moved with the mentality like, I'm not going to clean anybody's bum. That was me. I was like, I'm not doing that. And maybe I would have gotten like a job the moment I got to the UK if I did not have that mentality. Because I think care is quite easy. Not quite easy, but readily available. Let me say that. and
Well,
there's
let's
always
say at the time when we came,
yeah, because now it's hard though. But yeah, now it's hard. I'll talk about that later. But I just had this mentality that I can't do that. I'm not doing that. I'm far above doing that. Next, I was thinking, look at me now. But yeah, that was an experience, and I know there are people who come to the UK and they come to UK for work, so it's like tech straight. I don't like those people. Well,
okay,
I'm really beefing people that just came and they just walk. I'm like, I'm working. What do you do? Tech job name something. But anyway, I know there are people who actually come and their jobs are not as in quote horrid. I'm saying horrid because most people who move to the UK and do care or warehouse jobs or cleaning, they did not have prior experience. They were not doing care in Nigeria. They were not cleaning in Nigeria. I met a couple of people who were like lawyers, doctors, or something like that, and they're just doing this as per condition. And for a time, I had a flatmate who planned out her life. 6 months, she's like, I'm doing care for 6 months, and then I'm going to get a job, and she did it. So it's not something that people plan to do.
To get into,
They just find themselves doing it because one, it's consistent, two, it pays well, and three, it's not all that hard to get it, at least at that time. About now. Yeah.
I think my major experiences with job applications would have just been rejections and not knowing how to handle rejection. Like I said, I was mainly looking for a job for experience sake, and not necessarily for, to survive or any of those things.
Must be nice. That was shady and like well-intended shade. I don't even feel bad about it.
Anyway, moving on. So I was trying to get nutrition jobs mainly and dietetic jobs because I want to run my own clinic. I want to get so I was just getting rejections and rejection. I was just like, why? And there was one that I thought was really good and the interview was so good. And I remember and I'm like, okay, it seems like I've gotten one. And they came and said, oh, sorry, there was someone that had a more fitted experience in
I hate when they say
something.
that.
And the woman that called me back, she said, we really liked your interview. And she kept saying it in a way like she's apologizing that she couldn't take me. And I'm like, that doesn't help me.
Maybe one of the scenarios where she was one of the people who wanted to get you on board,
take me,
she was like outvoted or something.
Yeah. And there was one that I attended, I'll never forget. They told me after my interview that I came on too strong.
Okay.
I'm like, what does that mean? Then she's like, oh, it means that maybe you should apply for a higher role. I'm like, okay, cool.
Okay.
Give me that higher role. Then she's like, oh, no, it's not available in this branch. Okay, cool. Inform them in that branch because that day I was upset and I didn't even care. I was like, inform them in that branch that you found someone that can take this role and let me get into it. And she's like, no, you have to apply again. Then I went on that website for that branch and the job was closed. I was mad. That day, I called my dad. I broke down. I was crying. I was like, Dad, what do they mean that I'm coming not too strong? Am I do this? I was crying. He said, don't worry. That you said he has heard that kind of thing before in an interview. That day, I had another interview lined up. I didn't attend. I just stayed in my room and cried till I slept off because I was just like, what do you mean by I'm coming? And I was the only black person. It was a group interview. So when you say when I'm coming on, it's like, because I'm the black person, I'm coming on too strong. God, no.
It's something that we think about. Like, unfortunately, if I walk into a room, I'm already like, how many black people are there?
Yeah.
How many? Like, so if I don't get, let's say if it's a job interview, if I don't get it, I automatically think about it that way. I automatically say, did you not hire me because I'm black?
And generally, we acknowledge that sometimes people, like, regardless of race, some people are actually more skilled.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Just as sometimes it feels like, is it because I am black?
Yeah.
I have a friend who told me that I know I'm the diversity hire and I don't mind. But like, if that's what gets me into the room.
I think I said that to a friend of mine. She definitely was the diversity hire and she was complaining. And it's not this her being diversity hire was not like anything regarding her skills. She's amazing. But the company just needed that whole, oh my gosh, we have black people too. And she was worried. And I was like, girl, look, you're good at your job. Prove to them that you are more than the diversity hire. I mean, eventually she outgrew that position and was now training people and all of that and things. But I feel like Nigerians don't care about no diversity hire shit. Like, at least they hired me in the
At
UK.
least they hired you. At least I have a job. And there was one very validating experience that I had. Sometimes, and even me, I know there's some rejections. It's me that brought upon myself because some jobs I applied for. When I sit down, tell me, why did you do this to yourself? So there was one I applied for. It was like a part-time lecturer, something in nutrition. And I got called for an
Double
interview.
ew.
And I was like, I called my dad. I'm like, good night.
Yeah. I get that vibe.
So
I get that vibe.
no, it was very validating. Anyway,
Yeah. I also think that another thing, unfortunately, that immigrants have to deal with is they tend to steer towards job for the sake of visas,
okay.
for the sake of remaining. Like, look, as an immigrant, unfortunately, or maybe definitely unfortunately, you think about your life, like your life in the UK, or I'm speaking just UK because it's the same thing everywhere. Like it's like I don't say time bomb because time bomb, but basically like it's ticking. You're like, my time here, I have this, like, you're counting down. So everything, unfortunately, has to do with your visa.
Yeah.
Every single thing. Jobs, school. So when you apply, you're like, yeah, I can sponsor me. I can sponsor me. Like every little thing. And that is so sad because it almost feels like you're not seeing clearly.
Yeah.
You're just like, how about the visa? Like, you're so scared to chase your dreams. For someone like me, I don't talk about dance. I'm not talking about dance.
But no, I completely understand what you, because a lot of interviews, especially when your graduate visa is now coming to an end, the interview before waste my time, like from the initial, oh, we've seen your CV, Baba, can you sponsor? No, all right.
He's like, Baba, can you sponsor? Like, you're the sponsor, but you're the sponsor.
You can't sponsor. It is nice to know you. Thank you for considering me. We shall meet some other time. And a lot of decisions that you make have to be, and a lot of people say things like, oh, get into the job and prove yourself. And that is kind of what worked for me. I'm not going to lie, where I got the job on my student visa at first, like then graduate visa, and eventually I got into like work sponsorship. And a lot of people ask me, oh, how did you do it? And I'm like, I don't know. I'm not even going to lie.
I kind of just did it.
It's not me that it just happened. And sometimes we can say, oh, it could be messy, but honestly, people say, how can I get it? I mean, so I don't know, my dear.
There's no way to replicate. You don't know how it happened.
Exactly. It's not like, oh, I was...
Not all companies are the same.
Exactly.
Yeah. But yeah, that visa conversation, like, it really irks me because I don't know. It's just unfortunate that literally everything you come to the UK to let's say study, and then you're like, okay, you got in 2 years, and then we came on the graduate route. Vibe where they see, they're like, come, don't worry, get 2 years.
You get 2 years.
Scam. That one's not counting to anything, by the way. So we did the 2 years, used it. Most people use their own, like, wisely, applied for jobs. I didn't, but we're not talking about that. Anyway, and then people, let's say, get sponsorship. And it's just all about that. Like, I remember thinking to myself, why is it just about this visa conversation? Like, you talk to somebody and like, what visa are you on? Like, that's the first conversation. So you talk to somebody and you're like, what visa are you on? That's like the first thing.
That's the first thing.
Or it's like somebody's ranting about their plans and they just say, okay, after student visa, I'm not going on graduate route because it's not going to count towards IL. Like, they're already thinking far into the future. And somebody would be willing to take an absolutely shitty job. Yeah. Like, not a job where you're like, I need to man up and be mature and actually do the things and pay my bills. No, but an absolutely shitty, toxic job just so that it can count towards your ILR and everything. And I'm like, But you don't even like the UK. Like, well, maybe they do, sure.
Yeah.
But they're planning to live here.
Yeah. There's something I wanted to say that sometimes, you know that thing when they say people asking you for your visa status, sometimes genuinely it is the reason why people ask is so that they can plan their marital prospects. Say it's like tactics. This thing is tactics.
Let's know now.
Let's know. Are you so someone coming on a graduate visa and it's not like sponsor that nah dear.
So that's a relationship. That's
when we need to talk about dating in the UK. That's how I'll tell you my story.
I only have like a bit because I'm not wearing my wedding ring. Jesus.
Please, if your husband should ask me questions, I don't know where you're not wearing your wedding ring, bro.
I'm gonna say because but the moment has passed.
But dating in the UK and then being on student visa, and I think I remember that the person was saying, when I was coming here,
Guy, damn it, so far.
when I was coming here, I wanted to be with a British person. So, and I'm like, so why did you not come and toast me? Like, you saw me sitting, I was
He wanted
judging
something on the side. He was clearly telling you that. Yeah.
So you're sitting on my
Do you
own.
want to be side or not?
God forbid bad sin. But like, I just feel like that thing is so big. And I've even seen people say things like, if you are British, run away from people on student visa out because they are looking for.
But then there are genuine people who fall in.
Sure.
I mean, if you're a student, focus on your books.
Sure. I mean, sorry, there's probably a genuine person watching right now. I'm sure that you are genuine, so I apologize for what I just said.
No, focus on your books.
No, focus on your books. But
How hard masters is.
So that visa conversation is it's every conversation, everything, every decision that you make.
British people talk about the weather.
Exactly.
We talk about what visa are you on?
What visa are you on?
What are you planning to do? Yeah.
I got a visa is almost so par. Yeah.
Guy, and it's like your heart is
Do you understand? And it's always yeah. It's not congratulations.
Like congratulations, you're going back.
No, it's yeah. You're going back. We'll be in touch.
Can I talk about something? This is very random. But my former flatmate, she came to the UK as a student, obviously, but she had a scholarship. So the scholarship all paid her fees and then give her like, I'm not sure, is it a monthly allowance or like every 3 months? I can't remember, but she was on an allowance. And then she was talking about how, I think it was a UK scholarship body that did that. And then she met somebody also who it was Nigeria that was giving them the scholarship. Of course, Nigeria comes with grad.
Yeah.
Tell me why the person was giving was it Kaduna government or something that was giving them their allowance in naira? Like, so if dollar fluctuates or something like that, so let's just say, I don't know if this is the amount, but it's like 100K a month. Whether dollar has risen or not,
It's still 100K naira.
It was still 100K.
Jesus.
Oh my God, I found that so funny. It was just very, very random. I'm like, so when I would apply for like a PhD or something, and I will look for funding, they'll be like, oh, apply to your country and see if there's any funding available. I'm like, sorry, I'm not doing it again. Because I don't know. First of all, it's dance. Second, like, who is going to sponsor dance?
Yeah.
Like, I mean, let me not be too pessimistic, maybe. But I was just like, I beg. So, yeah, that was just a little side bit that probably did not matter. But
obviously, it did matter. I think it even affects the things that you can do. Like me now, I want to do MBA. A lot of you already know I like school.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, we both like school actually.
Oh, okay. So I want to do an MBA. First, like the idea of business is just intriguing me. That's by the way. But I also have to consider the fact that I can't do a full-time study because I'm not a citizen.
No,
so it has to be part-time. It has to not affect my work. It has to be online. It has to be this. It has to be that. Then in all of that, have you seen how much MBAs cost?
When you finish, let me say my own. Because
have you seen how much MBA? I'm like, I don't have this kind of money.
My
now.
good sis.
Hey, God. So I just have to wait till, whenever ILR.
You're thinking about the visa.
Exactly. Your future is kind of on hold, or you think you want to do on hold because of your visa. It's the reality of things, and it is what it is, and yeah.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
What it is.
You're going to say something.
I know I said I'm not ready to talk about dance, but bruh, no, I feel too passionate about this. too passionately about this. So, for those of you who don't know, I'm a dancer. I try to dance sometimes, and I was quite good in Nigeria. If anybody asks me, I'll say the UK actually made me worse, but I'm not going to say that's part the UK made me, more like the immigrant life to me. So, unfortunately, it's really tough to get a visa conversation as an artist. The art, I would say, all over the world, UK included, is at the bottom. Sorry, dance is at the bottom of the art chain. There is music, concerts, and everything. We're talking about jobs. Dance really is like at the bottom, 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 bottom. Fine. Okay, cool. When I came in, I studied choreography, my master's. I had a plan. I was like, when we talk about how I came to the UK, I'll probably give that gist, but I came in to do my master's. I was not supposed to do that. And then I planned, I needed to get back on track to do my dance training. And then I did that. But then life as an immigrant, because I was thinking about visas, so I switched from my student visa to a graduate route. So while everyone else was using their graduate route to actually look for a job that will sponsor them for after the 2 years, I was using my graduate visa to go to dance training and work care part-time. And I realized like a year into that graduate route that, okay, this is not working out. This is not very smart.
Yeah.
Because even if dance actually worked out, there is a very slim chance of me getting sponsorship from dance, because how was it going to work out? I was going to get gigs and probably do a lot of videos, and I don't say a lot of my dreams, let me not sit on here, but even if it did work out, there was just going to be a very slim chance of a sponsorship coming out of that. So I thought about it, and I'm like, I can't use my graduate route to keep dancing. Even artists in the UK, dancers especially, have a part-time job because it's not so consistent. So me, I'm an immigrant. I just don't have two heads and say I can do this thing. Dancers, I met a couple of them. They would have a side gig. They will have a gig to go to and everything, but they will be like working in bars and everything, because obviously they can't do a full-time job. So they would dance on the side because it's their dream. I just want to say that care jobs, warehouse jobs, store assistant, cleaning are not menial jobs. Please.
Yes, what she said. Yes, that's what you said.
Yeah, that means so shady. Go. You just say like, I beg, what's one say?
No. Yeah, I think, is there anything else you want to add for?
Not really. I think I've said I've gotten everything off my chest.
Okay, my dear. Your chest is light now.
Not really.
Not really.
But my chest is light regarding
this one. Okay, that's fine. So, what's about we're going to do like a farewell? If you do any jobs that people consider menial, it's part of life.
If it's paying you, see, guy, after you do it, you bath and you snap fine picture, dress well, wear your wig, do anything. I don't know.
and it's not forever. It passes. It passes.
So what about people that are actually doing it forever?
It's okay. It can be forever. But if you do it forever, you also recognize that you are doing it for, it's like a long game. Like, I do this for 5 years, maybe for my children, for them to have this, or maybe just people that, exactly. So people are doing it because they are the ones in care or wherever, and then the partners are able to do other things, and the children are doing other things. So people just like find different things. So whatever your reason is, it is valid. It's your life. Nobody will, if eventually something happens, nobody will come and pay your bills for you.
Yeah.
So
think about that.
Yeah, exactly. So whatever you do, it's important. It's valid.
Yeah.
So that's my own farewell speech.
Yeah. The farewell speech. I don't have any farewell speech. I'm not very good at speeches. But I'm just going to say that I'm going to ask if anybody has similar stories. Just be sharing in the comments.
Yes. If you have any stories,
similar stories, just about anything, honestly,
about,
we want to hear it.
I think the one that I know that people experience a lot is racism in most of all these menial jobs. I think I experienced it once when I was working.
Go back to your country.
Yes, and I think the guy said I should give him milk or something. I gave him, then he threw it at me and told me something, you black, something. Then Me, I don't know. Things don't get to me because man, legit because most my business
I
with
have
you.
a friend in Australia, and he was like, someone called him a monkey. And wait, was it? Yeah, someone called him a monkey and like called him like the N word and stuff like that. And he said he was like, that is, if somebody say "oh there" to him,
Do you understand?
he would be like, hey, says Yoruba, says something back. Like that's the thing. Like if somebody says, maybe because we are Nigerian.
Yes, exactly. I think it's because we didn't grow up here.
So we don't have that mentality. I mean, we understand it's wrong, and if somebody is being racist, I will speak up. But for the first few times it happened to me, I was just like,
I was more focused on, is this one okay? Like, what's this? Do you not want milk? Do you want milk or you don't want milk? Then they now took him out of the space, and they took him out and they're like, oh, are you okay? Do you want to go back home for your mental health? I say, will my mental health pay my bills? I'll stay. I'll do the shifts. Don't worry about me.
Unpaid going home.
Unpaid going home or agency now.
Okay.
I say, yeah. Will you go home? No, my dear. I'll sit down.
No.
Are you okay? Very, very.
So they would dance because they're passionate about, not that it pays well, and then they needed to pay the bills, so they would go do bartending or some kind of waitressing or some kind of side job just to pay the bills, keep the lights on and things like that. And I thought about that. I'm like, I don't think I want that to be my life. I think I was going to go back to the drawing board and work on what I needed to do. But as an immigrant, it's already one thing to deal with. And then being an immigrant artist, bruh. Then being an immigrant artist that they dance, I beg.
You see, I beg.
I said, wait. I need Jesus in this thing. Like, it's not impossible. It's not impossible. I've never seen anybody thrive in it. I've seen dancers thrive, but I've never seen an immigrant dancer. Like, there's just too many things to worry about. If dance was that career that you could get sponsored for doing this and this and this, sure. Then you can actually pursue what you want to pursue, but still that same conversation of visa. I had dance friends, British friends, and my conversations with them, they could not relate with me because it was like, I actually did feel alone because I'll have conversations with dancers and I'll talk about like visa situations, and then be like, okay, sure. And then I'll have conversations with my immigrant counterparts and my friends, and then they're like, oh, just get a job that'll sponsor you. So they will talk about the visa situation, leaving out my dance part, and then my dancer friends will talk about the dance jobs and everything, leaving out the visa situation. So it was just something I was just like, okay, I need to step away from, and that was just like, damn, immigration life.
You see, immigration.
When I say immigration, when I hear immigration, I just think of those people at the border collecting passports. But did not mean to dampen the mood, but being an immigrant is just not flangering.
Yeah, I think I genuinely believe, or there's something that I like to, how I live my life. I believe I like to lay things out. Like, this is my reality. As an immigrant, these are the limits to what I can do. So within that limit, like, I don't like to now be saying, it's just what it is. And I like to be very realistic.
We need to be.
Like, this is the reality. This is what it is. Like, forget my dreams, my desires.
More.
This is what it is. I would genuinely like to have a sabbatical for a year, think about the way the nutrition clinic is on my chest. I want to run a nutrition clinic, but I've realized that might need to take a step back, or I might need to spend less time on it.
And what I've learned, I don't know if this is a good thing, but what I've learned from this experience is I should not be in a rush.
Yes.
I should not be in a rush. I had this whole thing, oh my gosh, I'm going to the UK to dance, like one of the first few people to actually apply to dance school, get accepted, by the way. Like, I got accepted to like 5 or 6, and I was like, bro, okay, get accepted. And I was like, yes, that's what I need. And then I'm done. But I think it was a teaching. I don't agree with the way it was a teaching moment, but I think it was a teaching moment for me to realize that, not that you have time, but don't be in a rush. try and enjoy every bit of your life, but also appreciate the fact that things take time.
Yeah, things take time, yeah.
And you're just learning from every bit of it.
And otherwise, you would end up in a phase where you're having joy in retrospect. Like that happened
Yeah.
to me where it was after I moved out of London, I was like, wait, I lived in London.
I don't know what's fancy about that, but okay.
Learn to live in the moment and also still plan, obviously. Like there should just be a balance of this is my reality now and planning for the future, but not being crippled by worry. Yeah.
Because honestly speaking, the thought of, oh my goodness, I might be leaving this country soon. Because a lot of people who come to the UK are their family saviors.
Yeah.
And they actually, unfortunately, have to worry about their stay because a lot of people back home are relying on them. But if you look back, you just think about how much you spent your time doing shifts, back-to-back shifts. And I don't know, like, it just, you now wonder where your life just went.
Yeah, exactly. I wanted to say something. Where people say that.
Say it.
I wanted to say that if anything happens and I have to go back to Nigeria, my biggest concern. Wait, let me finish. Hold on. My biggest concern would be: have I saved up enough money?
Yeah.
Because I feel like, which is another thing, where people say, "Oh, people are earning in pounds." My guy, we are also paying bills in pounds.
Anyone that said that thing to me.
So I feel like people say, "Oh, damn, you are rich or you are balling." I'm like, people,
but you are balling. Though.
That's an assumption. I don't know what it is. I don't know why people have that assumption. I look like that. I'm not balling. I feel like I don't even have. So sometimes if I have to go home, do I have savings? Do I have enough savings? Like the way I would like. Do you understand? But I think that's my own major issue. When I'm going back home, it's like the financial aspect of it. Like, okay, if I go back home, if I want to do this, what do I have the finances to say?
Yeah.
Well, I've been abroad for 3
Which is why you should stop balling and save that money you used to eat out. That's the whole point of this. Save that money.
Ball. Even that eating out. I mean, when has you seen eating out? Honestly,
that Saturday of the shoot.
What did we go and eat? Burger and fries. That was
if you had saved that 14 pounds. 14 pounds. 14. How much is that in Naira? Calculate it.
So can you imagine? That's not eating out. But I don't even thought as much. And I don't even thought again. As much. I didn't thought again because like I need to save money. God. These are my own major issues. Like people have different issues in life.
I have a family.
My issue is I need enough money to be able to go on vacations, right? And also still have like...
You see, when people complain 10K, that means they're talking about...
I still have like,
money for vacation.
I still have like a nice level of savings. Those are my own worries in this UK at this point. But I'm glad. But I mean, jokes aside, it took 3+ years to get to a place where we even feel, now I can only be worried about savings.
Yeah,
do you understand?
Yeah, so, that's true.
Yeah, so jokes aside, it's a lot. It's the reality of being an immigrant.
You know,
plenty.
If you just want to create tension in a room full of immigrants, just bring up visa conversation. That's what you need to do. Either start with, how did you come here? For some people, it's very traumatic. Or what's going on? Like, especially if somebody's time is basically almost like, what's going on? They're just like, I'm applying. I'm like, and honestly, I understand that situation. Like, I wouldn't say I've been in that situation because I've always had, like, let me say in quote, a safety net or something. So this is my turn to be privileged.
Ooh, okay.
But I will not say that. Like, no, I will say that at some point I have felt that tensed moment, and I'm like, okay, sis, if this doesn't work out, where are you going to go? Like. In situations like that, I'm like, how is it that our life is just reduced to PRP?
BRP visa. A lot of people are getting into these like care visa scams. like they're becoming victims of paying so much money, and then all they have is a PRP. I don't know anybody
don't
that
have the
happened
job,
to. Yes,
but then
I don't know
it's
anybody that
very-
happened to. I just see it on the internet. Say, Joe, nobody should ask me any
Yeah, before they
questions.
not
Yeah, before they not do
what they call ICE in
investigation.
UK? What's ICE people's name?
I don't even know.
They not say,
As in, who is that person? I don't know.
Who is that? Who was
I
there?
don't know. I just know that I've heard people, I've seen the trend on the internet where somebody will say, maybe especially on TikTok, just see somebody random talking about that. Somebody will say, I beg go, we've not gotten shifts. We just have visa.
But then how you not like? But you spend your entire life savings.
Do you understand?
On just ABRP, but you don't have job, so you're literally like, I don't know.
I don't know how are you paying rent? And I'm saying this from a very empathetic place. Like, I feel bad because I worry about how they are, because how in this
How do you survive?
how do you live?
You need a job, or
So it's just anyway. That's the let's see.
that's no. I actually like agree with you because I've heard about the gist too, but I don't know anybody personally. Thank God, because I don't know honestly. But yeah, how would you prevent something like that?
For people that are, we are not giving
You're not
advice.
giving
Don't
advice.
forget.
We are just thinking out loud.
But people that are already in the UK, I don't think there's a way, because getting visa sponsorship is very tight nowadays. It's
Like,
almost
Even care that they used to hand out before.
Yes,
Like,
no, wait, let's not even.
I like it was as if they want to chase us away, but
Yes, but I think that it's I don't think there is a way to prevent it. I think it's some people are now saying, oh, just consider Canada. Some people are saying consider
Canada.
of course. Okay. Some people are saying consider other. Some people are saying all sorts of things, and everybody wants to see. I don't know. Because I feel like it's so easy for two people to sit down and say, these are the things that you should do to avoid these scams. Is that the reality? Is that how life goes?
It is so easy to say that.
So we can't just sit down here and say, so take step one. If the person
But then
asks
you
you
say
for
that
money.
because that's what gets traction. That's what gets engagement.
Yes.
Everybody wants to say that. That shade somebody. That shade people that always say this is how you get visa.
Okay, but let's say it. So step one, when they ask you for money, run.
Say no.
Say no.
Actually,
Not
run.
say no.
Run. No, not say no, because they were like, so you have money and you say no.
Please, we are kidding, and we don't even know anything. So so just share your experiences. Thank you, and anything else you want to say?
Peace out. As in peas. Like peas, like British fish and chips with peas.
Why?
Peas out.
Bye, guys. Bye.